is up, RetroManiacs? Welcome to the Retro Card Chat Podcast. My name is Mike, and I am from Parts Unknown. And you guys, I have not told you this yet, but I have begun working on a book of inspirational quotes. I feel like it fits me, right? I want to motivate people. Mm-hmm. So I'm working on my book, and I wanted to share a little excerpt with you guys if you want to. So here's one. Let me get in character here.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I'll even act like I'm reading the book. But sometimes you got to say, what the brings freedom? Freedom gives you opportunity. Opportunity makes your future. What do you think? Good stuff.
Is that AI? That feels like an AI quote.
That's a movie quote, and you guys must not be quite old enough to know.
Oh no, I know it. I'm just trying to think.
Kind of risky of me to bring that out this early in the show. You know,
you said risky. Did you just say risky?
I said it's a little risky. Yeah.
As in
business
risky
to be
business.
had.
Yeah, there you go. Risky business. Yes, of
go.
course. You guys aren't quite old enough to be in the target market.
I mean, he is. He might be. EP might be.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that
it's
movie.
A great movie. I need to watch that.
Movie. Yeah.
But how's it going, boys? My new book.
Your new book. Just movie quotes? Just inspirational movie quotes?
Hey, actually,
just ripping off movie quotes.
Yeah.
I'll change a couple words. Words. That'll be fine.
Now lean into it, man. Lean into it. Just movie quotes. Just a movie quote.
Don't do any Disney.
Tom Cruise isn't litigious.
I was gonna say don't do Disney because they would be litigious. I feel. Don't do any Disney quotes.
Well, just don't do any Scientology stuff, and then you'll be fine. You won't get sued.
Yeah, for sure. Or worse. No, I won't be here next week. Anyway, how's it going, boys? What's up, Joe Day?
The drive-by on Scientology. I think we might have to shut this down. Holy crap.
We can bleep it. We should probably bleep it out.
Yeah. I'm doing great. I'm not hungover at all.
You don't look it.
I feel phenomenal. I do have to talk to you guys about something serious here real quick. So a few weeks back, I introduced our first ever code, 10% off Payther products from The Adventure Begins.
I don't even remember
in the description down below. MRTC Payther, get 10% off all your Payther products. Here's the thing, though. We got some pushback. We got a little pushback from people who are like, "Whoa, you're turning. Where's the magic spoon? Where is EP gonna get the magic spoon money and all this? Manscaped was like people were complaining about this. So I actually put on hold. Let me pull up my phone/calculator here real quick. I actually had several other codes in the hopper that I was going to be dropping. Again, no financial benefit for us. I was just doing it for the viewers. Now I'm canceling them. I have reached out to these businesses and I said, no more codes. We're not going to use them. People fought back in the comments about this, but I want to read these codes. I picked out the 5 best ones that I could put together here. All right. First one, again, these do not count because you guys did not want these codes. You didn't want us to use these discounts. So the first one, free $50 in Fanatics bucks if you use the discount code MRTC sellout. So if you would have put in MRTC sellout, you could have gotten $50 in Fanatics bucks to use at many casinos and whatnot. Okay?
They would have paid us.
And
they
whatnot?
probably would have paid us.
And
whatnot. Yeah, and whatnot.
Oh, great.
Wow, and what?
Mike, I got this one specific for you. If you go to Steve Shannon Tire and Auto, they won't rip you off if you use our code. They won't rip you off. They'll do it straight up. MRTC.
I wish I would have had that a week ago.
I think, again, I had to cancel them. The viewers did not want these codes. So I apologize, Mike. All right. Here's one. This one's for EP. You're going to love this one, buddy. 10% off Applebee's using the code MRTC Eating Good in the Neighborhood. Apologize. We needed to use the whole thing. MRTC Eating Good in the Neighborhood. But to get the discount, you must take the survey. So there's nothing we can do about that, EP.
I'm out.
Yeah. So you're not going to get 10% off all your fried food there and hamburgers at Applebee's. This one's my favorite. 20% off ice cream. Just 20% off ice cream. You go to Dairy Queen
everywhere, anywhere.
Dairy Queen, ice cream
Wow.
truck, local chains like Hunter's, Walmart. Walk in, use MRTC cream, and you get 20% off any ice cream you want. Again, these codes are not valid anymore.
I'm
came up with
mad
that?
at our viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, who came up with that code? Was it, did they provide that to you, or did you?
I might have had some input in these
Okay,
codes.
all right.
And then the last one, this was actually donated by EP. EP, I appreciate your thoughts and giving us this code. But again, the viewers push back. 50% off EP's OnlyFans page using the code MRTCEPFEET. If you use that code, you would have gotten 50% off his OnlyFans page. But no, the viewers had to bitch and moan about all the codes out there. So none of these work anymore.
I was
So,
very excited
I'm
about
done.
that too, and
I'm done.
gone. That's gone
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
So there it is. That's all I
Wow.
got. I'm just disappointed in our viewers.
I am too. Wow.
I think
I'm
EP's code might still work. If you,
disappointed.
go check it out.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
boy. This is what happens when Joe does a bit that I don't know anything about. This is why they don't let me know anything.
Yep.
How far off the rails are we right now? Like what percentage?
As far as you can get. And we had code to get you back on the rails. The viewers didn't want it.
No, they didn't.
You know,
Didn't
there
want
we
it.
are.
Oh, what's new and exciting with you, EP?
Well, I'm gonna open up a beverage quick here, but I have
Oh.
some cool card stuff that well, it's only cool because I thought it was gonna be bad. I made up 2 purchases, and I was expecting the cards just cards never to show up, and or I thought the cards wouldn't show
Pessimistic
up.
view of the world.
Well, no, but I mean the feedback and the price I got them for, I thought, but I ended up getting them 2 PSA 10 Jalen Hurts's, very, very, very cool. And then I had another one where I had a sale, and somebody, as soon as they got the message saying delivered, they checked, wasn't delivered. Then they were like, they sent the message requesting that I take care of it. I was like, oh, here we go. But there's an option to be able to email them. I message them and say, hey, look, this has been happening a lot lately where things get delivered from eBay. It shows as delivered, but then it doesn't actually show up on your door, like in your mailbox or whatever, for like two days later, like a day or 2 later sometimes. And this person messaged me on like a Friday. I was like, oh gosh. I'm like, so let's give it 2 days. If it's not, I will give you a full refund. Please, I'm not trying to scam you or anything like that. Just give it a little bit of time. And I didn't hear back. Finally, on Tuesday, I messaged, said, hey, listen, did this card ever show up? And it's like, yeah, I just got home from work. It's here today. It's like, okay, great. Sounds good. So that'll work out. Whenever I get something like this, like, oh, this person's going to file this claim. I'm going to give them a full refund. This card's going to show up the next day. But this person was very understanding and
Was it
worked
eBay
out great.
standard?
So, yeah, eBay
Was it-
standard. Yeah.
Okay.
$3 cards, something like $4 cards, something like that. So
I
that was
would have had to give them a free month to your OnlyFans there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh no.
Well, let me tell you, instead of
OnlyFans-
refunding your card, how about this?
It'll follow the link below. Oh, Jesus.
You probably get kicked off eBay for something like that, I guess. If I had to guess.
Well, yeah, you're trying to contact them outside of eBay.
That's
their
true. That's true.
biggest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they're very upset with. DM me for deals on cards as well through OnlyFans is what you would.
Oh boy, yeah,
Oh, man.
nobody's watching anymore. They all
Everyone's
turned us
watching.
off.
Everyone's watching.
Nobody's watching anymore.
They turned off the channel to go and check those codes out.
Probably.
See if those work.
Do any of these work? Do any of these work? Oh my god.
Oh my. Well, I'm thinking about retiring from doing card sales.
Oh geez.
Hmm.
Well,
Card shows?
Yeah, card shows.
Really?
Not,
Okay.
not sales altogether.
Okay.
But I don't know. It just kind of came over me the other day. I don't like doing this. It's a lot of work. Why am I doing this? I never wanted to do it. Why am I doing it? So I think there's another show the beginning of November, right?
There's a show actually this coming weekend. and
I
then
know there's
another
one this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, but I think
Yeah,
I might
November
do the
1st is the next one.
one in November, and
Yeah.
that might be it. I think I might call it quits after that. We'll see how I feel about that, but yeah, just
All right.
kind of, I don't know. It's too much. It gets to be too much after a while.
What if we can guarantee that every time you set up a card show, his buddy dumps his cart? What if we agree that he will do that every time? and EP will go up to him and push him down
If I have to. I mean,
if he has to.
You probably won't have to.
I mean, that's gotta,
Mike's thinking about it, and I can see.
If I could get it on video, I need video though, because that would have been a great video to insert when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's all I got going on. Nothing else important. I don't have any bits for you. I don't have any cool stories. Nobody cares what Mike has to think anyway. You guys are the star of the show.
We do. We care.
You do, but the viewers don't. They're just like, Mike, get to it. Get to the topics so Joe and EP can fight about them. That's all they want to hear.
That never
depends
happens.
on the topics.
That never
happens. So let's get to it. That was a pretty quick top of the show this week.
That actually was.
You're welcome.
Despite going so far off the rails, we
used the code to get back on quick, so that worked out great.
I'm a professional. I get us back on the rails. That's what I do. I'm a professional babysitter for these.
Accurate.
Accurate. Very accurate. All right. Our old friends at PSA, they grade a whole lot of cards, aren't hurting for money, but they're raising their prices and increasing their turnaround times. Wow. Yeah. Value bulk is now going from $19.99 to $21.99. The value level is going from $24.99 to $27.99. Clearly, to make that one free grading for the elite $500 membership worth more.
Yeah.
And the value plus is going from $39.99 to $44.99. Interesting. Trading card game bulk not going up in price. That's remaining at $18.99. On the turnaround time side of things, value plus is the first level. They're making from 20 to 25 business days. Value max is going from 15 to 20. Regular is going from 10 to 15. And express grading, express is going from 5 business days to 10.
Wow.
10.
Well, they're not raising the express price though, right?
As far as I know, the value max, regular, and express price is remaining the same, but they're
just
making
extending the schedule
time longer.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's worse.
They're also raising prices and turnaround time on their dual service. So
how much longer can they make that fucking service? Jesus, that is the long. I'm sorry. It takes forever. I've sent cards to get the dual grade, and it takes months, like months and months. That's ridiculous. Now I'm pissed.
Joe's back, baby.
He is. Yeah. So there we go. They're saying because of the increased demand and everything, and the strain on the employees that they're doing this. Although I'm not sure their total they've been grading the last couple of months have been going up. I better see a huge increase in September in their total numbers, because their numbers did climb, but they've been going up in trading card game stuff and down in sports. So their total number has been kind of hovering around the same level, like a little over 1 million, or no, it's over 1 million, I guess, isn't it?
It's like, isn't it like a million?
Like a million and a half.
Yeah, it's 1.5.
They're doing a million trading card games now. Yes, but it's been kind of around there, I believe, unless I'm wrong, for the last couple of months. So maybe it's just the fact that they want to make more money. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's about $1 million on the conservative side a month. Because if you think about it, they're doing 500,000 sports cards, right? I'm going to assume the bulk of it is bulk, and each one of those cards are going up $2. So you're talking about an extra, I don't know, $10 to $12 million a year. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Well, they have to pay for that expanded building down in Boca Raton after they kicked SGC out, or maybe they're using this to pay SGC's rent for their boutique operation. I don't know, but yeah, it's great. They're money grubbing. I mean, I want to feel bad for people who are going to have to wait 5 extra days for their PSA return. Cry me a river, because I had to wait, I believe, 789 days. 789,000 days, maybe. I don't know. What is time when you're waiting that long for a freaking PSA order? But yeah, this is all about, you know, a money grab, and they're trying to make it, you know, some sort of like they're trying to say it's because of the increase in the submissions, but then why isn't TCG getting an increase in price? That's where the real increase in submissions is. It's not with sports cards. What they're doing is they're seeing sports cards are not being submitted as much, so they're trying to bridge the gap of that money by raising the prices. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. Like 100%. But they're trying to make up that difference in the sports cards, and the reason why Pokemon hasn't changed is because they're already making all the money. Mike, your summary was great. A lot of cards make a lot of money. They should have that on a T-shirt, or we should do a Wednesday show about abbreviating the description of these companies within one line. That'd be perfect.
The elevator pitch.
Right. Yeah.
The elevator pitch of PSA right there.
Great. A lot of cards make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the Express 10-day thing isn't like SGC like 14 days or something like that. Like just send your card to SGC. You get it graded by SGC instead of sending it for $25 instead of like
what's this SGC you speak of?
It's this niche boutique grading company. High end
high end company.
They've got a very small quality place, very, very, very small a building that they recently are moving into or whatever. And so, yeah,
they're so boutique. They got rid of all their employees that were there for a long time. So just to make it smaller. Yeah.
And their person was in charge, was like wanted to move on, like let somebody else come in and take the reins and build them up, you know, kind of thing. So, yeah.
They're probably also raising money to pay for the graders from SGC that they poached too, right? Like we need to pay for these 20 graders that we stole from SGC.
This Express level, though, I mean, 5 days, but you're doubling the time now. A lot of people, like, yes, people are still going to use it. They shouldn't, but they are still going to use it. But that makes a big difference. There are a lot of people that pull a card and they want to get that back right away. And now waiting 5 more business days is a lot on that card. And just surprising to me at that service level for what people are paying you for that kind of money. I was hundreds of dollars to be able to grade.
I thought it was like 250.
Yeah.
I feel like it was,
it really kind of shocks me that wouldn't be a priority to make sure you get those graded and out before all the other stuff. So,
well, yeah. And if you're the people submitting those, like 5 days is lifetime in sports cards, right? Like even just the 5-day turnaround is a lifetime. Then you're doubling that. A player could tear his ACL in those extra 5 days, go on a slump in those extra 5 days. You might be trying to capitalize on a milestone that they hit because, you know, people's attention spans, they're on to the next thing in literally days or literally an out, you know, like they're on to the next player. So to have to wait to double your time. Now, again, I'm not going to cry for anyone who's sending in cards like that because they're probably doing okay. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to flip those cards, that's a long time to have to wait.
It's weird to me because these are the kinds of people that they're probably trying to like cater to. I would think like they're probably making tons of money off these people, and so like I say these people, they're also people in the hobby, you know, making money doing flips. But it's weird that that they've changed that. I wonder if this has something like all the other changes, like the prices are all like increases, but they're not. I don't think there's so much they're going to deter a lot of people from using them. But this one, doubling the amount of time is crazy. I wonder if this is tied into the new PSA subscription thing that we talked about last week. Like if you sign up for this thing, you get your 5 days back instead of 10 days or something like that. I wonder if that's something where they're trying to like work things out to bring that into play.
Incentivize, again, that's something that doesn't cost them really anything. Right. But it seems like this really great incentive. I could see that. I thought you were going to go with does this tie in with the eBay PSA thing where they're like, oh, we'll get them out. We'll get them out quicker if you submit them through eBay through us. Like I could see that being a thing too. I mean, like, oh, the turnaround would be much quicker because you can submit through us to eBay.
Or it has to do with the fact that you bought your biggest competitor and you just totally obliterated them. And now your biggest competitor doesn't exist. And you're pretty much the only place where people are going to send those cards. So it's a FU to the people who like to grade expensive cards and pay a lot of money to do it with PSA because they have no other option. What are you going to, you're not sending it to CGC. They know that. You might send your Pokemon cards there. So that price didn't go up, but what are you going to do? Send it to Beckett? Are you going to send it to Beckett? Are you? You're going to send it to Beckett? Really? Tell me in the comments. Are you going to send it to Beckett? You're not going to send it. You're going to pay the money and you're going to wait whatever it takes for PSA because they're now the only game in town. Again, SGC lovers that have been mad at us for talking about this is what it was. They wanted to get rid of them. They were big enough that they could buy them to get rid of them. Call them boutique or whatever. Plus, I've seen some of the daily numbers for SGC, and boy,
they're killing it. They're going great.
Oof, they're killing something there. Yeah. So
PSA
those numbers will be interesting. Yeah, PSA I think has killed them.
Yeah.
Yes. A little tangent story to this too is there has been quite a bit of chatter from people who are waiting longer and longer for their eBay authentications to go through now. This is a problem for me. PSA, if you're choosing to send your cards to them to get graded, that's one thing. If I'm buying a card on eBay that eBay is going to authenticate for me, it's no longer okay for PSA to start getting backed up. And they are getting backed up. They're taking, I've seen people say it's been taking like 7 to 10 days for it to go through for graded cards, like longer. I saw people talking about a week to 2 weeks to get a regular card. That's not okay. You can't institute a program like this and then the person who wants to grade everything in the world says, we'll do it. And then they can't do it. They weren't getting backed up when CGC was doing it.
They were not.
So why are they doing it like that? Like, it blows my mind. That company that big, again, you have to prioritize this. If you don't have enough people to do it, guess what? You need to hire more people to do it, right? This is not okay. This bothers me more than the price increase because people who don't want PSA to look at their cards, but they have to go there because they bought someone on eBay, are being affected by them slowing down.
And we've talked about, what's it a couple of weeks ago? We're like, when a police officer beats up a suspect, they're like, you're on desk duty. And we were joking that all the graders who suck are like, you're on authentication duty, pal. Get over there. This program, which again, when it came out, I was fully behind. Absolutely love this program. And then PSA put their little greedy little mitts on it. And now it's gotten bad. It's, you've got fake cards being sent through. Oh, we just look at the slab. What? And that was all the time. They always did graded card submissions. Or I'm sorry, graded card authentications. Then you've got cards like the Benedict Cumberbatch I've talked about several times. The card does not match what the seller was saying it is. But hey, the slab looks good, so we're good there. Then with the authentication, with the raw card authentication, you're backed up on that. And there are people out there who would just click, no, I don't want you to authenticate my cards. And the other issue they have is now they're kind of pre-grading raw cards. I got to, as a buyer now, where they're like, oh, there's this little touch on the corner. Are you sure you want it? And they're doing that. How much time is that taking up? Like, for the most minor of minor things. And all because eBay hasn't changed the way they allow you to list your cards, in the conditions. So this needs fixed. People are like, this is the one thing in the hobby that I think people will revolt over, because there are a lot of people that just haven't liked this program anyway from the jump. And now they're like, they have to wait 2 weeks, sometimes longer, for their cards. That's crazy. And you're being paid for this service. Like, PSA is getting paid by eBay for this service. So come on.
They're being paid, but there is like this intermingling of the two companies, right? With the deals with the vault and that sort of stuff. So I feel like there is, I wonder if they feel like they have to do, personally, I believe what's causing this is they're getting all this crap from people. I say crap, but all these complaints from people because they're letting fake cards through because of all these things. And so maybe they're taking a little more time to do it, but you can't take that much more time, especially like Mike said, like Mike said, when you send cards to PSA, you're signing up for dealing with PSA's crap, dealing with having cards away for like months and months and months in some situations.
Years, even.
Yes, years even. Yeah. So like you're signing up for that, but with buying on eBay, you just want to buy a card. Like a lot of people, like Joe said, if there's a checkbox there, a lot of people just say, I just want the card. I don't care about, I mean, they care about the condition, but I don't want you to pre-grade it. And like that's where they're getting into situations where maybe they're too intermingled. And I wonder if they change the responsibilities of the authenticators to be almost pre-graders, and if that's the case, then they should rename the service and or do something about it. And like Joe said, maybe put a checkbox there saying, I don't, just go ahead and send it to me right now.
And I release eBay of any issue. There'd have to be a legal thing to it now, because like eBay would be responsible if they did send you, if the seller did send you a fake card. I've seen too, and this doesn't help. Like they finally started, depending on where you live, they're letting you send them to New Jersey when you send a card to get authenticated as the seller. But I remember a few months ago when I bought something in Ohio, like literally an hour from my house. They had to mail it to California and then it had to be mailed back to me after taking like a week to authenticate it anyway. So it's in the mail for like almost a week. You don't think of
which
that.
Is fine. Yeah, which is fine.
Right, which is fine, whatever. But yeah, it's just this, they need to button this program up. We say they need to, they won't, and we'll still buy on eBay for the most part. I mean,
they won't unless they can find a way to make more money on it. Then they might button it up. And then
when do they start charging for this? Because there's been this little caveat on the eBay website. It basically says it's free for now.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it's currently free, or some whatever language that they're using.
Yeah.
They're kind of implying that at some point you're going to have to pay for this service.
Well, maybe at some point we won't have to use eBay, but we'll talk about that a little later. We're not transitioning yet. No, because I'm not done talking about PSA.
Okay.
Well,
because it turns out they are now opening a full grading facility in Germany. They're going to be opening up next year in Frankfurt, Germany, my favorite city in all of Germany. They're expected. Frankfurt, like Frankfurters come from there.
Yeah, like hot dogs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, Joe's a little off his game for some reason this morning. Yeah, I don't know where I am, but they're expected to have a workforce of over 100 employees, and some of the U.S. workers will be transitioned to Germany to help open the facility. Those poor SGC workers.
No, the poor PSA people lost their spots to SGC workers and shipped to Germany.
Yeah, but they're opening up their own spot in Europe. They've had a place in Japan. They're opening one up in Canada, I believe. Expanding worldwide,
much like us. And this really ticks me off, because now I'm gonna have to send my cards to be authenticated all the way to Germany. I know it's gonna happen.
Probably.
eBay generates the label. eBay generates the label. I'm like,
Germany,
right? Our
Star Trek autograph expert is over in Germany right now.
Yeah,
so we need to
our Patrick Stewart autographs all have to get authenticated in Germany. No, this is, kidding aside, for international hobbyists, this is great for them, because especially now with the tariff situation and just the cost of shipping something, it's really, really high. So to be able to send those cards to PSA is great. And I'm guessing if I was a seller in anywhere internationally, but specifically Germany, I would be sending my cards to PSA to have them put them on their eBay listings, right? Because a lot of folks are, and I don't know if that's worked into this place, but I'm guessing if there's the opportunity to put them on eBay through PSA's eBay store, a lot of people would do that, because I can only speak for myself. But now that when I see international sellers and I see there's going to be this an additional fee, which you don't really even know what it is, I guess, until it's shipped to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here that are not buying internationally anymore. So maybe using this service, get your cards graded through PSA, get them up on PSA's eBay page. There might be some help there for international sellers trying to move some of their cards.
I've talked here about a number of times about my brother-in-law's brother who lives in Germany, and his daughter is she plays football over there, women's football, and she's a huge fan of Derrick Henry.
Wait, football or football?
No, football, like American football. She's a running back. Okay. She's a running back for a pro team over there, and so that means there's a huge market for that over there. But like he said, they struggle to find Derrick Henry cards, to get Derrick Henry cards. So he always has me get some Derrick Henry cards when he comes to visit to send back with him for her. And so like I feel like there's probably a lot of people over there buying boxes from America and then having them shipped over, or there might be distributors over there, but there's definitely a demand over there for it. And Chris Sewell lived in the Netherlands for a while.
Yeah,
there are probably people like him, like all over the place. There are probably a lot of people like him in Europe also who could use this service. This is a great thing. I love to see the hobby expand. Although we've talked a lot about PSA being they grading a lot of cards and making a lot of money, so maybe that's not the kind of ambassador we went there. But people love to grade. People love to send cards to PSA, so I'm sure it's very popular, right?
You know, we're talking about sports cards, but I think TCG would probably be massive over there too. Pokemon's a world brand for sure.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the reason PSA's over there is probably more for that than sports cards.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, we joke about Fanatics being Galactus and being the eater of worlds. I don't know. Right. PSA is giving them a run for their money. Yeah. They're just in everything everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we can just say they're both terrible, right? Like there's no competition here. They're the two largest companies in the hobby right now, and they're going to be that way for the next 2 decades at least.
The two black holes, we just hope they don't collide together, and then we got problems if they do.
That happens. This hobby is doomed. So I want to preface this next little story by saying that the three of us have bought 3 boxes of Topps Chrome Disney, and we bought it for an investment purpose. So now we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I want our viewers to know that we own some of this. So if you want to think we're pumping this up, by all means, that you're right. You know, take it with a grain of salt if we're talking positively about this product at all. We probably won't be, though, because we're us.
I mean, I know one of us won't be, so there's that.
Topps Chrome, Disney, and Major League Baseball are doing a collaboration. The Disney characters in the Topps Chrome Disney will have cards in MLB uniforms for the first time ever. Mickey Mouse is going to be in the uniforms of the AL and NL West. Goofy is going to be in the uniform of the AL and NL East, and Donald Duck is doing the AL and NL Central. Over the next 3 years, including this year, they will rotate, and each one of the characters will then do the other divisions. And the home versions, because this isn't complicated enough, the home versions are available in Topps Chrome Disney. The away uniforms will be available in Topps Chrome Baseball Update. So there you go. We got Disney characters in MLB baseball uniforms. I think the cards actually look pretty cool. Mm-hmm. People are going to want them, and people are going to collect them. And that Topps Chrome, the Disney stuff, they have thrown so much shit in that product that, again, we own 3 boxes of it. So, you know, if we're pumping it, I'm pumping it. Joe will just bring it right back down. It's kind of a cool product because they have all kinds of autographs in it. And this is, I mean, for the kind of people that are going to be into this is going to be kind of big for them. People are rushing out to the store to buy Topps Chrome Disney because I just talked about this. Boy.
By the way, it's hysterical when we hear that in EP, the background of EP's apartment. And I can't hear it when I rewatch the show on Mondays. So people probably think, what the hell are they talking
Crazy
about?
people, yeah.
These are crazy. EP has like a drag race situation outside of his apartment, and we'll hear people flying past.
Yeah.
Oh my God, with no
we
mufflers.
live in central Pennsylvania, so
Right.
there are a lot of big, loud pickup trucks around.
Mhm.
Yeah. Stuff.
It's probably 50-50 like fast cars and 50-50 like giant pickup trucks with no mufflers on them. Yeah.
And the tariffs to get mufflers into Montour County is through the roof.
Yeah, you forgot the old crappy cars that just sound that way when they're going 5 miles per hour. There's a lot
that
of
20-year-old minivan.
Anyway, back to Topps Chrome Disney and Major League Baseball. Joe.
I mean, again, if I was a baseball collector, if I was a Disney collector, this would be cool. I'm sure there will be a ton of parallels for each of these characters. Refractors, green refractors, Mickey refractors, you know, like whatever the fuck refractor. There's going to be a lot of parallels, a lot of gold, vinyl, 101, whatever bullshit. I don't know.
That's the other one. That's
Panini.
Or what's super refractor, right? Super refractors. Yeah. Again, we did buy some of this. We bought 3 boxes, so anyone thinking we're pumping and dumping, calm down. And yeah,
totally doing it.
You're totally doing that. The product in general looks fine. They still do have some fake autos in there. By the way, if you're gonna have real autos in there, let's
talk about the baseball this turn. Then we'll talk about some other stuff. Okay?
The baseball, if you're a baseball collector and like Disney, cool. Don't chase the rainbow. It's going to take you forever to complete any one character or any one team. So there you go. How about it? EP.
Well, first off, I just
talk about the autographs. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I just want to say first off that I'm so happy that we invested company capital into this exciting new asset class. Just because, you know, this is very, very exciting that we're doing this.
Gross.
And so, yeah. So it's kind of gross, but also it's kind of cool. The probably pretty exciting stuff. This, I got to tell you that I thought this was kind of cool. And Mike shared the photo of Bugs in I think the Angels uniform.
Not
right?
Bugs. Who? Mickey.
Oh, different.
What the hell, man?
It's the same thing. Don't worry
about
it.
There was Upper Deck. I know Fanatics steals from Upper Deck all the time, but let Upper Deck at least have their IP.
They're cartoons for babies, but it's fine. But the thing is, they're both cartoons for babies. But Goofy is my favorite Disney character. The fact that they were going to have Yankees and even Phillies, in Central Pennsylvania, I like them. Going to get some Goofy cards for sure for me.
Have you ever watched Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
I feel like you haven't, because if you're saying Disney and
all cartoons
are cartoons for babies,
all cartoons
Elmer Fudd walking around with a gun like shooting himself.
Yeah,
but not all cartoons, by the way. Family Guy, not for babies. Bob's Burgers, not for babies. Come on now.
American Dad, not for babies. Yeah, a whole lot of
cut him out.
Anyway, back to Topps Chrome Disney. Let's talk about the autographs, because like I said, this had a lot of autographs they didn't even announce ahead of time, but Tom Hanks is in there. Apparently there's a Will Smith redemption card for autograph. We have, who else? Samuel L. Jackson's in there.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen is in there. There's a lot of big names. Sticker autographs.
What? No.
And not only are they sticker autographs, then they're mixed in with a set with facsimile autographs for other characters. I understand they're throwing everything they can into this product. They clearly want to make it a success, and it's going to work. But come on with some of this stuff. Somebody made a really good point, because, you know, Brian Gray, God love him, talking out there, would you rather have no autographs at all, or would you rather have a sticker? And somebody was like, well, they send them the stickers to get autographed. I feel like they could probably send them the cards.
Yeah.
Exactly the point. Like, how great would these cards be if they were on-card autographs? What is so great about the old Rittenhouse autographs, Joe? They're on
not even the old ones. The current ones too.
Yes, but like Iron Man, like the big name actors that don't have a lot of cards. A lot of these people haven't signed cards. I don't know if Tom Hanks has ever signed.
I don't think Tom
card.
Hanks has.
Yeah.
Like it's special. Make it special. Don't put it on a goddamn sticker and throw it on the card. My rant's over. Go ahead, Joe. Your turn.
I mean, you said it well. I'm gonna quote our friend of the channel, Steve Cherendoff. Would you buy a baseball bat with a sticker autograph of Mickey Mantle on it? No, you wouldn't do that. That's stupid. So why? And yes, Brian Gray, if the choice was in this universe where cards cannot be mailed, apparently, yes, if my only choices are no autographs or sticker autographs, yes, we are going to pick the sticker autograph. But there's other options.
Yeah.
There's not just those two things. So it's a stupid premise. It's an absolutely stupid premise.
Imagine that from Brian Gray.
Right.
Something stupid comes out of his mouth.
I said this, I think it was last Wednesday's show. I said, you put two cards and, people saying, oh, I don't care about memorabilia, if it's game used or not. You put two cards in front of them and say one's game used and one's not. Well, my example last week was if you put two autograph cards in front of someone, one sticker and one's on card, which one are they going to pick? They're obviously going to pick the on card one. This is your biggest foray into Disney, and it's going to be a flagship product for you, not literally, but it's going to be like this tentpole product for you. Make it special, right? Make it special. Tom Hanks, he still has not signed a card, by the way. Like they're like, oh, this is Tom Hanks' first autograph card. No, it's not. It's his first sticker that he signed. But yeah, this is, and like some of these are probably on stickers because they have leftover stickers from Star Wars, and Samuel L. Jackson probably signed them and things like that. Like how many of those are going to make it? I guarantee you John Ratzenberger probably has autographs in this because he was in Toy Story. I bet you there's sticker autos from when he signed for Star Wars. There's probably a ton of that stuff in here. They're just reusing some of these stickers. Sure, they might have had to mail to Tom Hanks, and postage has gone up. So the cost to mail the actual cards might have been a little much. But yeah, come on, people. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too. Like the appeal for them, I think stickers. I think fewer and fewer people are upset about stickers. That I know we don't agree with that, but I think fewer people are upset with them because they're so prominent, because they are that's what you get now. And I also think that it's going to get worse because they, despite what Michael Rubin said when we talked about back in episode 1, they're making no effort to make more on-card autos. Like so I think we're kind of stuck with it. And it's only like, again, as they continue to get more and more and more of them, people are just gonna be like, okay, well, that's just what an auto looks like, right? And the appeal for somebody like Fanatics, Topps, all these companies is I can get Tom Hanks to sign 100 stickers, and then I can use that in Disney Chrome and Sonic Chrome and Black Chrome Disney and whatever other product they have. And then it's kind of gross, but there are probably Kobe Bryant stickers sitting at Panini that they can put in products still now, these years after he's passed away, and they can just use it and stick it on there. And you can't tell me that these people who think about these things as companies for making money, that they're not thinking of those kinds of things when they're getting, say, Patrick Stewart to sign a sticker autos. Obviously for Star Trek, for Rittenhouse, that he tries to get the on-card stuff, but you can't tell me they don't think about this with some of these actors and actresses and athletes and stuff, to get them to sign 100 stickers or 200 stickers. But that way they have them for other products. But,
and two things that came to mind when you were talking about this, EP, in terms of like autographing things ahead, right? Mm-hmm. The one thing is, and they're spread out. I'm not exactly sure how they determine this, but Panini has these Super Bowl autograph cards from, they have the players sign a bunch of these cards, and then they sprinkle them in different products. They're on card. They're thinking kind of ahead, like, oh, we should have them sign these and then put them in products, not have them part of a product. Rittenhouse does the same thing. There's going to be Leonard Nimoy, from my understanding, Leonard Nimoy autographs in the set coming out here by the end of the year. He's been dead for a little while. There were Majel Barrett autograph cards. She had died quite a bit before Women of Star Trek came out in 2021, but she had on-card autos in there because Steve Cherendoff had the wherewithal to have them sign. Like, he designed cards, had them sign them just to have them for kind of a rainy day. why can't Fanatics do that? If a small company like Rittenhouse can do that, why can't Fanatics do that? Like, it doesn't have to be the same exact design. Maybe the autograph doesn't have to be the same design. And you can have Tom Hanks sign 400 cards and just sprinkle them throughout the different products. Like, why does, I don't know. It just, there's options is my point. They don't have to just do stickers, but they choose to do stickers.
Yeah, of course they do. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now. I've said this a bazillion times. There are too few people that actually care about the hobby working for Topps and Fanatics right now. And Steve is clearly a collector. He's somebody who is very passionate about this hobby. And that is why he takes that effort and makes sure that effort is made on his behalf. If he doesn't do it himself, he makes sure it's on his behalf, where Topps is just worried about making sure they have enough Tom Hanks stickers for all of their Chrome products they're going to have for the next 10 years or whatever. One thing that I didn't get to say before Joe started talking a second ago was, who do they let design this product? With the facsimile autos and the sticker autos together in this, like Joe said, this flagship Disney type product that they're going to have, this brand new Topps Chrome product, and they let somebody say, "Oh, we can just throw them all into one big autograph set." Dumb.
Yeah, they have to do it. Like, back to the Tom Hanks thing though. Like, you're negotiating a price with Tom Hanks to sign a certain number of autographs. You could negotiate a price with Tom Hanks to sign cards from 3 different sets.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not, because it's probably cheaper for you to get the stickers done. This is my issue with it. Like, that's $425 a box from Topps for Chrome. You're making a little bit of money on this. It's not like, it's all secondary markup. You're making a lot of money on the product itself. You're definitely printed more of it than you have printed previous stuff. It's going to be very popular anyway, so people will buy it. But you could do that. You just don't want to because you're trying to save a little bit of money. You're putting facsimile autographs in it. You don't have, it's not like it's full of actor autographs. So I feel like you could just as easily make a deal with Tom Hanks to sign 3 different card sets over the next year and pay him an amount of money to do it, and he would do it. That's what they do at Rittenhouse. That's what Steve Chernoff does. Like, he makes the deals with them and then sends them the cards as they do the sets and they sign them. Like, this isn't a new idea. It can be done, but they're just too cheap and they're too damn lazy to do it the right way to give collectors the best experience. And we go back to episode 1 all the time. Michael Rubin, yeah, we understand that collectors don't like this. We want to make it a better experience. Bullshit. You have not done anything to make it better experience. You're just doing the same stuff Panini did. You're just making as much money as you can, and you're taking shortcuts now and saying screw you to the collectors because you want to make more money.
Bam, bam.
That wasn't to you guys, though. Mike wasn't pointing at you guys. He was just, in general, he was embodying.
Now, the screw you was directly to the viewers. But the middle finger was to Fanatics.
There was no middle finger. I just put
by the way,
up. It's like you won 3 cards.
By the way, if we're trying to pump and dump, we're the worst at this. We're terrible at pumping and dumping.
We're bad.
Yeah. So here's, I guess, my question to just anyone who pushes back and said, "Oh, I don't care," or "I prefer sticker autos." I don't know who that unicorn is, but like, would you care if you opened up Topps Chrome or whatever? And that's another side point. Like, they don't have much cost in this because every variation of this is just the same design with a little bit of a different color to it. So like they're making all this money off of basically one day's work, right? They designed Chrome. Now they can just do variations of that and do like 5 or 6 different products. But if you open up a box of Topps Disney Chrome or whatever, and you pulled a Tom Hanks auto and it was on card, but it wasn't the same design as the product, would you give a shit? No, you got it on. That'd be dumb. If they would, like, again, I'm giving you 2 options like Brian Gray, but like if it's the option is sticker autographs on a Topps Chrome card or just a general card design, but it's actually an on-card Tom Hanks product, what would you prefer, EP?
I want the card that goes with the set, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't. I prefer the on-card.
You probably didn't like autographics back in the day either, right?
No, I did, but I feel like that was part of that set though, right? That was part of that that year that was a part of their plan, like their thing or whatever, where I would feel like the random card just dropped in that didn't have anything to do with the set I was autographics
But was it autographics across a bunch of different sets in Fleer?
Autographics was over all their different products.
And it was the same design.
It was the same card in everything.
For that, but it was like for that 1 year, the same design for that 1 year, right? It wasn't like carry over multiple years or anything like that, right?
Yeah. They definitely had autographics in 2000.
Yeah, they changed the the design, but like it came out in multiple sets in the same year. So
I would be okay with that. If it was in that
like that.
I was thinking like the Tom Hanks card that he signed in like 2018 that is appearing in the 2022 product. That's what I was when Joe was talking about. So that's what I pictured, and I would feel kind of weird. I wouldn't want that. If it was something like they had a line.
Autographics is the perfect example.
Okay.
Autographics is the
I'd
perfect
be okay
example
with
of
that.
that. Like it's across all the different top.
I'd be excited about that
this year.
Yes. Yeah.
They were all on card, and then that way you can just send him cards. You don't have to. Oh well, we need stickers because we need to make sure he's signing the one that looks like the Topps Chrome or looks like the Topps Chrome Black or whatever their different products are. Like this way, it just goes across the entire product line.
No, if they brought back something like autographics, I'd be very excited about that. That'd be very, very cool.
All right. Well, we talked a little bit about Topps Chrome Update Baseball because that will have the other part of the Disney MLB uniforms in it, but also it will have a card of Cal Raleigh. Why is this a big deal? Because he has over 60 home runs now, and he's probably the leading candidate to win the MVP in the American League, but he doesn't have a regular Topps Chrome card, and they have a whole little buyback program that if somebody wins the MVP, they're worth money and all this stuff, but he doesn't have a card. So they are going to have him in Topps Update. And apparently they changed the rules, the official rules of the program now. So the buyback program now will allow update cards if the player doesn't have a card in the main Topps Chrome set for the year. Kind of had to make that change because it happened. I don't know how they didn't have him in the set to begin with, but it's crazy. But yeah, so they're going to have the Disney cards to chase. They're going to have the MLB debut patches to chase, and they're going to have Cal Raleigh. You're not going to be able to touch a box of Update Chrome Baseball for under what, $600, maybe even more.
Yeah, what was it last year?
I think they're only like 150 to 200 a box, but isn't that
last year boxes? Because of schemes they were
right,
like
okay,
$500. Yeah, they were like high fours, I believe, when I looked at them the one time. So
yeah, so if that was the case, that was what they were last year, $400 and up. I mean, you got to think with all this stuff they're putting into it, especially the Disney, where they're trying to bring in probably maybe some non-baseball collectors as well. They're throwing the debut patches back again, and then you have the player who's going to win the MVP. So he has inserts and autographs.
Cal Raleigh.
I don't care. Whatever his name is, Cal Ripken. Is he related to Cal Ripken? I don't know.
No.
But
might be.
No, you don't know.
They're both named Cal. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a very expensive product. I think you're right, Mike. $600-ish. Secondary market, it's going to be through the roof.
Does it also have the red rookies in it? Like so you can have the rookie of the year.
That's Bowman.
Is that only Bowman?
That's
Bowman. Only Bowman. Okay, all right. Because that was also nice, like, oh my god.
You need the beautiful mind thing from The Hangover with Alan. Yeah.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh. I mean, the best offensive season for a catcher ever, and I guess he's only rookie like in I think 2021 or 2022, something like that.
2021.
So how do they not have this player who, I mean, he was a starter and one of their favorite players in Seattle? How's he not in the original Chrome? The checklist is beyond. Well, again, they don't have any collectors, but probably no baseball fans over there right now. But so anyhow, like it's exciting. Obviously, I'm a Yankees fan. But I don't want Aaron Judge to win it. I hope that the people voting look at this and see the offensive season that Cal Raleigh has had. 60 homers for a catcher is mind blowing. It's just bananas. So hopefully they recognize that and make him the MVP.
Watch him not win it, and they're like, actually, we canceled that card. We didn't. we don't need that.
No more Topps update. No more Topps update cards in the MVP buyback.
So Cal Ripken was a catcher for the Seattle Supersonics. Am I getting that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guy who caught the 60th home run ball and handed it to a kid to.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A fan there caught it and he gave it to a 12-year-old kid, and the kid got to like give it to Cal Raleigh and everything. So yeah,
that's awesome. Did it happen in Seattle too? Did it happen in Seattle too? I know
yeah,
you hit the 60th. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's good.
All right. So, I alluded to it a little while ago, but Rick Probstein is leaving eBay to start his own platform, which is now called Snipe. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did talk about this earlier in the year. I believe it was going to be called Bid with a Y, if I remember correctly, back then.
Right. Yep.
But now it's Snipe with a Y. So he's keeping his brand. But yeah, some interesting little tidbits here. Apparently, he was on eBay for 21 years, sold over 6 million items for $965 million in sales.
Wow.
Insane. His last day on eBay is going to be 10/23, and the new Snipe site should be starting. It's going to be a website and an app, and it's going to start in November. They're going to charge a 5% commission on cards less than $1,000 and 3% on cards over $1,000. It's kind of a combination of eBay and like live bidding on whatnot kind of thing, live selling stuff. I guess you're going to have the availability to make the next bid, or you can put in your max bid, or you can put in a Snipe bid, and the Snipe bid will be placed with 2 seconds to go and extend it for 15 more seconds. So that's kind of like where the live selling aspect comes into it. They're going to have a live chat for the items, so you can, talk along with people and do stuff in there. And one of the benefits that he's saying about this is that because it's the consignment thing, we have to send our cards to them just like we normally would. If you have a bunch of stuff you're going to be listing, you can send it all at one time to them, and bidders can keep their winning bids for up to 30 days to stack items that they may win during that time period. So there are some interesting little tidbits to this. The question is, do you think people will follow him there? Do you think this is going to work?
I do. I like if you talk about, like we talked about why can't I remember the store, the Card Father, what's the name of that store? Burbank.
Burbank. Yeah.
Didn't they leave eBay as well, or we're talking about leaving eBay? So you have them leaving eBay. You have Probstein leaving eBay. Like, these are two major sellers that eBay's losing, and I think people will absolutely follow. If you were a seller, or if you used him as a consigner, you probably, and you've been using him for a while, you probably have a good relationship. You probably had good success with him. Why would you change that? Like, you could say, well, eBay has more eyeballs, but he's going to bring his customers with him. I just would have a hard time believing that people won't see one of the biggest eBay sellers ever leaving, starting their own platform and saying, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of people that follow him, both on the buying and the selling side. I'm sure I'll look at it. I'm sure the three of us will.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That will be part of our routine, is going to them, just like we go to eBay semi-frequently, or ComC or whatever. I think that will be part of our kind of hobby strategy, is going to that site and see. And maybe for the first couple months, you'll get things a little bit cheaper than you would on eBay, because they're building it up. But I don't think that's going to last. I think it's going to keep going. It's going to get to eBay level prices. But also think about it this way: you don't have to pay the eBay fees on this as a seller. You're charging 3 to 5% was what it was.
Yeah, 5% compared to almost 15.
Yeah, almost 15. And that, I don't know if that accounts for his cut too. Like, do you have to, I don't know. I've never consigned cards, so I have no idea. If you send a card to him and he listed it on eBay for, say, $100, or it sells for $100, is it the 13 or 14% goes to eBay, and then he also takes an additional 5 or 6%? So yeah, even if your card starts by selling a little bit less on his site, it probably what money you get for it is probably going to be about the same because you're not paying those 13 to 15% eBay fees.
And you were sending stuff to them anyway. So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 1 billion in sales. That's proof that, I mean, but he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. People definitely feel no fear of sending their cards to him to be consigned, and a lot of people are okay buying from him. I bought stuff from the consignor, a number of things. Boxes,
I think all of us probably have.
Yeah. There's just so many. So yeah, I do think he's going to get a pretty good following at his own site, and I love the marketing of it. Like the Snipe bid. Like I could see a lot of people. I could see on social media a lot of people saying, "I put in a Snipe bid on Snipe." Kind of thing is. I'm sure Snipe bid is spelled SNYPE. If not, that they need to call me and say they need to get me on the marketing team because
that's correct.
Yes, it's got to be because that's going to be the kind of thing where I think people can talk about getting their Snipe bids in on Snipe, and that will also grow the number of people using it. I love seeing eBay getting competition. There are a lot of people talk about eBay fees. We have said, all of us before, you're paying for the eyeballs on eBay, and we're all okay with that because of the reach that you get with eBay. But if you get a legitimate somebody that can legitimately contend with eBay in this space, it's gonna only be good for the hobby, in my opinion.
I do kind of like to I don't buy on Whatnot. I have bought on Whatnot though, but I do kind of like that, quick bidding thing. So this is going to be a little bit of a hybrid. It's going to take a while to get there, but I do like that. Okay, put in your Snipe bid and then it extends at 15 seconds. And then, you go back and forth with somebody like right in real time there. It's kind of cool. We've all been disappointed by that. Okay, I'm going to win this bid. And I put in the Snipe bid and nobody, and then all of a sudden, somebody bid above that high bid you thought you were putting in.
Yep.
You have
probably
no more
using a bot, right?
Yeah. Where now, like with these kind of things on Whatnot and other live selling platforms, you have that instant, okay, well, I can bid again because it didn't get it kind of thing. So I do like that aspect of it.
I will throw a little rain on the parade a little bit. The one thing that I've heard people say is Probstein, sometimes they feel there's shill bidding that takes place.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope that there are measures in place that is not an issue. And as you're describing the sniping part of it, I'm like, oh man, that started to make my brain churn. That
the shill bidding happens on Whatnot all the time. Like Backyard Breaks has been accused of doing that too, and having multiple accounts. Yeah.
So that kind of makes me a little nervous about that Snipe aspect of it. But again, you are going to probably end up saving money. It's probably going to, as a seller, you're going to make more money. So I don't know. I think if anyone could do it, I think it would be him. Out of these big eBay consigners, I don't see like a DC Sports being able to do it like he does. I think he's going to blow it out. And the implications for eBay, it's just one seller. It's $1 billion over the course of that. That's a big amount of money that they're letting walk out the door. Probably because he's not happy with the fees that he's getting, and his consigners or consignees, I guess, are paying with the eBay fees. So he's like, if you can't do better, we're going to leave. That's probably what happened. And that's how this probably the impetus of this.
Think of all the competition though they have now from PSA on eBay. That, with more and more people using the PSA consignment, and that's just going to continue to grow. So, I mean, that kind of makes it tough because PSA are getting those cards and getting them listed before anybody would have even gotten them and been able to send them to Probstein or DC Sports or any of them like that. So I feel like this might be kind of a way where you look at what it would cost you to just send your card from the vault to PSA, but all those fees could really add up compared to, well, just send them home to me and I'll send them to Probstein and get, sell this for 3%. That's pretty big difference. So I think that probably has something to do with it. I don't know.
That's a good point about eBay's PSA's kind of ease of, I don't want to say ease of service, but like you can go through that process a lot quicker. It kind of reminds me, remember when Ken Golden was all pissed off because Fanatics is always going to have the jump on Fanatics redemption cards. They're going to know who got that. Kind of the same thing. Again, we're talking about these two major businesses in the hobby just kind of dominating everything. And here's another example of it, I think. That's a good point about PSA and eBay.
I mean, the one bonus for Probstein would be, I haven't consigned with them, so I don't know for sure if they allow this, but send your cards to us. We'll send them, get them graded, and then sell them for you. Like, I mean, that could be another thing where, because then they just get the return sent back to you, and then like that.
That's what Fanatics does.
Sent back to them. Yeah,
Select does that. Yeah.
I mean, that would be a really good option.
All right. Well, we do have a little bit of time left, so let's talk a little bit about Panini Eminence basketball. Panini is almost done with the basketball license. They lose it in October. I don't know the exact day, but it is coming up fast. And apparently they've been digging around the office and finding whatever they have left, and they're throwing it in a product. This product, you get 1 pack per box. You get 10 cards in a pack.
Okay.
Apparently, on average, you will get 9 autographs and
Jesus.
1 other card, which could be a memorabilia or an other. I won't know what other is if it's not memorabilia, but apparently other.
Just a random base card.
These apparently are going on sale today. So if you're interested, I believe like 11 or 12 o'clock, you can check out Panini's website.
I'm pulling
your
it up
calendar.
right now.
What the hell is this going to cost?
Yeah, Joe, get your calculator out. Let's figure out what price the card is on this baby.
It's like there's no price right now.
Let's see. The WNBA rookie royalty started at 30,000. What do you think these start at? It's got to be 40 or 50, right?
I don't know. I think they started rookie royalty so high because they had the Caitlin Clark. There's no Caitlin Clark in this.
We don't know
product. Well,
no,
actually, that's. I mean, the NBA owns the WNBA, so maybe I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know. I think they're going to start at under rookie royalty. That I'm not going to say the price, but I think it's going to be listed under rookie royalty. Like 25,000, but
I wasn't thinking the starting price. I was thinking $10,000 is the price that they're going to go for probably, but starting with the auction, whatever. Yeah, 20,000 sounds good. I'll go just a little bit below Joe, but yeah, 20,000 sounds good. But I think people buy them at 10,000.
I think they're going to sell for higher than that. I think they'll sell out for. They're all like premium patch autographs, logo men, like all kinds of. There's dual autographs.
And there are 9 cards versus the 2 that you got out of royalty, right?
You're getting way more out of this than out of the rookie royalty.
Yeah.
Oh,
what was the price you were thinking, Mike?
I think it's going to start at 40,000.
No, what did Mercury?
Because this is like I guess it was around like previously they made it. I'm not sure when it was, but it's like it is their like top of the line. It's above flawless. It's above this.
I've seen.
It's
NFL
like the transcendence version of whatever.
Like it's a huge I've seen people open up boxes of this a few years ago, the NFL version, and it's like huge boxes. And then there's a layer. You take the first layer off after you look at it. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, so when will we know the price?
Today.
Oh, okay, great. Today, Monday, we'll know the price.
Yeah, as soon as we get done here, we'll start clicking on and waiting for it to come live, and I'll buy a couple boxes.
Are we going to get 3 boxes of this too? Or
absolutely.
As a group?
We'll have to pump and dump that though. I mean, if you're Panini, you got to do something like this. Like, I get it. I absolutely get it. They're probably hoping that it's at least sells for $20,000, like sells for, not listed at, but sells for $20,000. And hey, they're putting all those cool little things that are just hanging around the office. They're just throwing it into one box and saying, "Here you go." You have to. This is probably going to be their last NBA product ever. Got to go out with a bang, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is the finale of the fireworks show, right? Like this is it. And for as much as I was saying $10,000, people are going to gobble this up. They're going to go open it. If they're like,
think of the breakers. Think if you own a breaking company, this is your last chance to get something. You probably think, I have to have that to break. I want to be one of the elite people that break this. I'm going to buy this box and go on Whatnot, and I'm going to make like $20,000 profit off it. So,
and there are going to be people thinking, if I don't get some of this, I'll never become a breaker. I'll never be a big breaker. Right? There'll be people like that. They'll like put all their money that they have into getting 1 or 2 boxes of it just to be able to open it. Like it's going to be insane.
I mean, I'll watch breaks of it. I'm
watch breaks of Star Wars, dude.
That's true. That's fair. I very much enjoy watching those high end breaks. Like I sit there and I'm like, I hate how all of these products are expensive. I'm like, oh my God, look how awesome that card is, though. Like, I mean, and it's basketball, and I don't give 2 shits about basketball, but I love watching the high end card breaks there because the cards at the end of the day, and I know you don't like designs of like high-end Panini products, EP. Mm-hmm. I think they're beautiful. I think like Flawless, I think are absolutely beautiful cards. Like they remind me, and I know why you don't like them, the SP look, very, neutral space, and then just a nice picture and a beautiful autograph. Like I like cards like that. So I'll definitely watch a couple. I was going to say, I'll definitely buy a couple. I'll definitely watch a couple of breaks.
Yeah, the design of that stuff works really well because like the patches really pop off of it then.
Yeah,
because it's that kind of, you have the flashy patch with the more classy look,
subdued. Yeah, subdued. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all I got. I don't know. We should buy a couple of those though. I really talking about it. Maybe they'll take the Disney boxes back and we can just go buy this.
Maybe we can trade our 3 boxes of Disney for the three boxes of Panini Eminence.
Or
we need to pump this up a little harder.
I was going to say we're going to have to pump up that Disney product before we can sell those. I couldn't get a code for that, but again, none of those codes work because these folks push back. That being said, EP's OnlyFans feet.
That code just works all the time. Actually,
it might work.
Just I never take that code off.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up there. That's all we got for you this week. I will see you next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
Adios.